The land border separating Malaysia and Singapore closed on March 20, 2020 during the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. For the majority of the last 2 years, the causeway has been relatively lifeless due to the lack of movement coming from either side of the border. While Malaysians and Singaporeans eventually managed to travel via the Vaccinated Travel Lane (VTL) scheme via air and land, the movement was extremely controlled. At the stroke of midnight on April 1, 2022, more than 2 years since the COVID-19 pandemic began, the causeway was brought back to life, and the photos prove it. Welcome back. People at Singapore's Woodlands checkpoint heading towards Johor Bahru, Malaysia. Image. Ui Boon Kiong, today. For those waiting on the other end at the Johor Causeway, it was probably an emotional moment, seeing all the cars, motorcycles, and commuters on foot making their way to the Malaysian side of the border. What was once described as the busiest land crossing in the world, the causeway has finally been brought back to life under relaxed travel agreements between Singapore and Malaysia. Image. Aaron Low, today. Speaking to Bernama, 33-year-old Mohd Fauzan Hafizi Rosli, a Malaysian working in Singapore as a technician, said he didn't know how to face his family upon his return, seeing that they're not aware of his trip back. It's a surprise. He hasn't seen them in over 2 years, shedding tears of joy when reporters asked him about how he felt. My wife does not know I am coming back. Hope to give her a surprise. It has been such a long time I have not seen my family, he said. Thank you to the governments of Malaysia and Singapore for making the border opening a success. It's also perfect timing for Malaysian Muslims observing the holy month of Ramadan, with the first day set to fall right around April 3, 2022. For the last 2 years, I celebrated Hari Raya in a foreign country. I am overwhelmed with emotion. I don't know how to face my wife and kids, Fauzan. Image. Aaron Low, today. Image. Aaron Low, today. Now, the Singapore-Malaysia land border is open to all travelers who are fully vaccinated. Adding more ease to these journeys is the fact that no one has to Kenny pre-departure and on arrival COVID-19 test, and there's also no quarantine period being enforced. Image. Vanessa Lim, Channel News Asia. So, when will you be making your way across the border? Read more life stories. Delivery rider helps customer apologize to girlfriend with sweet sorry letter. China now researching doomsday trains that can launch nuclear missiles. Malaysians might not have to use My Sagittara once COVID infections are stable. Cover image sourced from Aaron Low, today.